So glad that you tuned in for this one. This actual video is one that's near and dear to my heart. It's going to be entitled The Fat Girl Syndrome. Now let's talk today about what the fat girl syndrome is. See, a lot of times we want to associate the fat girl syndrome with a size, and if we associated it with the size, when would you be considered fat? Is fat one or two sizes bigger than what you've been? If you're a 2 and now you're a 4, or you're a 7 because you had a baby, or is it a 26, a 35, or something obese? I beg to differ with all of that. The fat girl syndrome is an attitude, a state of mind, and a being. Let me give you an example of the fat girl syndrome. Let me back up a little bit. Here I have a pair of pants. These are the pants I wore when I was a size 24. Okay? Now, the 24. Now, the 24. Now, the interesting thing is, you see how these are stretched. Mind you, at one point, these pants fit me like stretch pants. Today, even with having very voluptuous thighs, I can fit both of my legs in one size of these pants. You want to know something interesting? Less than a week ago, I wore these pants and I jogged in them, and I know that I wear a sauna suit underneath, so it makes it a little more comfortable as far as spacing. But fat girl syndrome, these should be nothing more than either in the trash or a pair of pants that I use as a benchmark to show people exactly how much weight I've lost. Now see, the fat girl syndrome is not letting go to old things and harboring them, or still perceiving yourself as a fat girl or a fat person. See, men can have the fat girl syndrome as well, don't get it twisted. But like I said, it's a state of mind. A lot of times it's what you allow yourself to stay stuck in. Now, I have to do an evaluation of my closet, because of course, as you're bigger, you're going to have bigger clothes to cover your body, and even in so, you're going to get them bigger than what you are, because you want to appear smaller, even though in your state of mind, and if you're honest, you're not a small person. But in doing that, I got a pair of pants that I can no longer fit, but I still wear. So if you continue to harbor and hold on to things that are old, it's going to be very difficult for you to spring into the new. Hence there's a saying that you can't put a new patch on an old pair of jeans. Why? Because those old pants are rugged, washed, and worn in, and then you put this new patch, it'll never match, because the fade of those pants, even though that new patch will fade, it'll never be exactly as it was with the old. And so that's what's going on in a lot of our lives, that there are things in the past. It could be relationships, it could be literally your weight, it could be, I don't know, someone who's bogged you down or told you that you were less than a person, whatever the case may have been. But for whatever reason, you can't let it go, and because you can't let it go, it's now affected you to the point you can't move on, or the things that people say bog you down. I had people tell me, Monica, you can't do this. You're not. A lot of people aren't going to listen to you. Who are you? Or you're not this, or you're not that, or letting guys tell me who I was and who I wasn't, and treat me a certain way, and I felt that that's the best way I could be treated. All those different type of things. So the fat girl syndrome is bigger even than this size 24 in pants. It's a state of mind and a being. And until you take stuff like this and you get rid of it, you will continue to stay and have that same state of mind. Fat girl syndrome also too is a disease. It's a disease because it's a condition of the mind that's stuck and won't allow itself to change or adjust to what is new. There are girls who are negative zeros and ones and whatever, who have fat girl syndrome, because they physically look at themselves and they're seeing a picture of either what they used to be or what they're scared to become. Let me tell you something. Every day that you're blessed to breathe life, you have a new beginning. Anything in your life yesterday or before this message that's happened to you, you have the opportunity to stop, take a breath, restart, and move forward and change all that. Now, here's the thing with fat girl syndrome. When it comes to other people and their perception of you, there's always going to be a lag in that. And with some people, it'll never change. But see, a lot of times that's why they're stuck. So if we stop diverting our energy to what people are going to think of us or what they used to think about us and allow that to be our reality, then of course, most times you're not going to get anywhere. Because you're stuck trying to figure out or place yourself and your worth in what people have thought about you. You know, trust me, there's people who talk to me today that knew me back in the day and that laugh like, you're totally different. And you know what? That's fine. Take it for what it is. Remind me of things I did, I said, or the way that I was. And now I'll just laugh because I could look at that as a negative time and be shameful and hold my head down, or I could look at it as, wow, look at all this progress. Like, it just shows me how far that I've come. So you allow people to have their memories, their laughs, their talk, because that's not something that's going to change. But you rid yourself and reconditioning your mind by changing your thoughts and what you allow to go in this head, and rid yourself of the fat girl syndrome. Because yes, like I said, it's more than a size, it's a state of mind and being. And you can change it today